Which top 7 defense will have the bigger day on Sunday is my question. I wanted to phrase it more. I wanted to phrase it more. So that was actually what I had there. I wanted to phrase it towards the offense though a little bit. Let's stick on the defensive side actually.
So you want us to answer this from like a defense? Which
defense is going to elite defenses here, right?
You want to talk about the offense, like which offense is going to thrive or which defense is going to
to stop? Because Detroit Lions have a top 5 offense. Now, Baltimore Ravens, they don't. They're like 12th, I think, or almost 14th or something like that on offense. But you have the number 2 defense in the NFL, the Baltimore Ravens, and I believe the number 7 defense in the NFL, the Detroit Lions. You have 2 of the top defenses in the NFL right now. I want to know who you guys think, like which defense is going to come out of this, because that's going to be, I think that's the biggest key to this game. It is like we talk about all the time, brother. I say it every single week. The key to victory in the NFL is winning the turnover battle. The teams that do that every year, those are the teams that are at the top and getting bye weeks. Those are the teams that are winning their divisions. You win the turnover battle, you win that week. These are 2 elite defenses. Who gets the job done?
I think it's going to be the Detroit Lions defense. I do. I think it was Fogel who said this. I want to quote him. In Ben Johnson, I trust.
That's a great name.
It is. Fogel, my guy. In Ben Johnson, I trust. No, I think that, and I'm going to start on the offensive side. I think the Detroit Lions have more weapons or have more ability to do multiple different things or win in multiple ways. They're not just reliant on, although it starts in Jared Goff's hands, they're not just reliant on Jared Goff to beat them. He can spread it around to Amon-Ra St. Brown, to Josh Reynolds, to Sam Laporta, to Jahmyr Gibbs, to Jameson Williams.
J-Mo.
Like he's got a lot of options behind a really, really strong offensive line to somewhat neutralize that defense. With the Baltimore Ravens, and they're a fantastic team and a good offense also, I feel like so much falls on the hands of Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
Like
ding, ding, ding.
And although I appreciate that they're more of a pass first offense this week or this year, I should say, with their new offensive coordinator, I still think if Lamar Jackson plays a bad game, the Ravens lose. You know what I'm saying? Like if Jared Goff plays a bad game, there are other options of guys that can go off, things that can do to make up for a bad play out of Jared Goff or something. So it's Lamar Jackson. He's got to get the ball to Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews. I really don't have much faith right now in Odell.
Me either.
I love Rashad Bateman, but he hasn't been playing that great. Like I just think they're beatable on their defense is able to be stopped, as complicated as it is to stop Lamar Jackson.
That's what that is what my main point was when I thought of this question. I really just thought about how could I phrase this? How could I take this answer and turn it into a question? But the offenses. Look at the offenses. The Jared Goff and this Lions and Ben Johnson, they're top 5 in the NFL right now. I believe they might actually be like 4th in the NFL if you're looking at yards per game or points per game.
Yeah, they're up there.
I believe they're 3rd or 4th. So when you look at that, who has the better offense? It's clearly the Detroit Lions. They clearly have the better offense. They have, to me, the better weapons all around. They have Jared Goff, who right now is a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. We'll talk about that at 9 o'clock. So when I look at which defense is going to come out victorious in this, and who's going to be the better defense in this game, because they're 2 elite defenses, I have to give it to the Detroit Lions, and it's just based off of that. This Baltimore offense hasn't showed much. Like last week versus the Titans, they could only get field goals. They couldn't do anything.
6 of them, too.
In fantasy football, Justin Tucker had like almost 20 points.
Oh, yeah.
Because they could not finish their drives. And
he's on my team, too.
When the Ravens lost to the Steelers, it was because Lamar Jackson turned the ball over. So there was like, this offense is a different offense. So if you have this Lions defense who is going to be able to continue doing what they're doing, I think they dominate this offense. At the end of the day, too, guess who's back on Sunday?
Brian Branch.
The one, the only.
B2 Bomber.
One of the best safeties
BB gun
in the NFC.
Double B's like
you guys thought I was going to say the NFL. He's still a rookie, but he will be there.
Do you think Jeff hates him because there's so many B's? Brian Branch.
Oh, that was a good one. Hey, no slander,
got him.
Man. Come on.
Got him.
We don't no Jeff slander.
Oh, yeah, it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Jeff.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Jeff.
birthday, Hollywood. I'm going to read this one comment because I think it's a good comment. It doesn't tell the entire story, but Danny Harlick said something good. And then we'll do a mid-segment read that you'll do.
Yeah, baby.
But Danny Harlick says, real talk. We lost on a miracle last year. All we've done is gotten exponentially better, and Ravens have continued to be slightly above mids. There's some serious accuracy to that. I don't think the Ravens are mid, but they haven't improved drastically. I don't see a better team yet than the Lions, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, I
Thanks,
think that
Danny.
was. Yeah, and let me hit this mid-read.
Hit that mid-read, dude. Hit it.
The Lions Insider Show. Matt
Hey.
Broder, he is on it. It is for all the inside scoop and on your Detroit Lions. It is the Woodward and Main Show. Make sure you guys tune into that. Hosted by Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, the one and only, and the Detroit legend. Terry Foster. That is Tuesdays, 7 to 8 a.m., and they will be going this Sunday as well from 8 to 9 a.m., breaking down all of the injury information, everything about the insiders you need to know. Tune into this show. That is the Woodward Sports Lions Insider Show on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
You know what I couldn't stop thinking about all day today?
What's that?
Tracy Walker and Ed Reed.
Tracy Walker's the man.
Wow.
He really is. And I'm not saying he's Ed Reed, but like they're going to the Ravens. I grew up that Ravens defense. To me, that's one of the most historically successful defenses of all time. I didn't get to see the 85 Bears, but that defense was. You got Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Terrell Suggs. There's so many other people I can't mention, but it's like, man, Tracy Walker has been playing out of his mind recently.
Yeah,
he's back and he's better than ever.
You know
So
what he reminds me of? And then you can go, Booner. He reminds me of, like, we haven't had a player like that since we traded away Quandre Diggs.
Ooh, yeah.
That's like just the tone setter. Like, remember the Monday night game when Quandre Diggs laid Antonio Brown on his fucking ass and made him cartwheel? Like, that was like that was a premier player. Antonio Brown, the best receiver in football, and Quandre Diggs laid him on his fucking ass, and they were like 6-10 that year. But they haven't had anybody like that since him.
Dude, he loved your comment, by the way.
He did, yeah.
Shout out him.
He did. He quote tweeted that. I do want to ask this then.
And he told me in person.
The man.
That did he actually?
Yeah, I thought I told you that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He was like, I appreciate you guys. It was because he quote tweeted the Hitsville USA to Lucas breaking down his freaking
Last
3,
drive.
4, 5 pops.
Every play it felt like that
Yes.
drive.
Hell
He was
yeah.
just That's like what I would do to you in the Oklahoma drill, bro.
Do that again, Booner.
Yeah.
Lions, baby.
Lions, baby. All right, I just want to talk about this secondary then real quick. If we're going to stay on this topic, Tracy Walker, Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch. I know we all would love to have C.J. Gardner-Johnson in there. Imagine with this defense. Like, what would you even do knowing how good Tracy Walker's been playing? Like, how would Aaron Glenn even be able to do that with those four guys? Like, what rotation are you doing? Like, dead serious.
Dead ass.
Like,
I don't know.
You right now have 3 elite safeties out there, in my opinion. Brian Branch, Kirby, and Tracy. Imagine if C.J. Gardner-Johnson, when he comes back, you have it's just insane. How is his safety? This Odell, Zay Flower, they're going to struggle. Mark Andrews, this is why I truly believe when we talk about these two defenses, which one's going to be the best one on Sunday. I truly believe that this Detroit Lions defense is going to be that one, because I think Aiden Hutchinson's going to have a bounce back game from last week. I know he was still getting pressures. He's going to sack Lamar Jackson, and you guys want to know what?
What?
Aiden Hutchinson gets 2 sacks on Sunday. He gets 2 sacks. He goes all the way to 6.5 on Sunday, and I bet you he at least has 1 pass deflection as well.
Dude,
I bet you.
That's ballsy.
He's going to contain Lamar Jackson, and he's going to have 2 sacks. And I think, you know what it's going to be? It's going to be because Lamar's going to have no one to throw the ball to, because this secondary is going to be one of the best in the NFC this week.
And we were talking about Tracy Walker and his massive hits, but the thing about this safety unit, Brian Branch, Tracy Walker, and Kirby Joseph, they're great tacklers. So if running backs get out, if Lamar Jackson gets out of the pocket, they have a better ability than most teams to make a play, to avoid a disaster, to avoid a long play. They're very good tacklers.
Yeah, great point, Broder. That's one of the biggest things that stands out to me about Brian Branch. He doesn't miss a tackle ever.
He didn't at Alabama. He missed like 1 in like 3 or 4 years.
And it just pops off the tape coming from Alabama and his first like 3 or 4 games as a Lion. I cannot wait to have him back in this Lions secondary. He's going to be a huge difference maker and possibly force a turnover, a big one in this game. Could be a key play for a Lions win.
Even Jared
We
Jacobs
haven't
and Cam
even
Sutton.
talked about this linebacking core yet. With the way Alexander Zaloni's been playing,
Pro Bowl level play.
he has. He's on his way to be a Pro Bowler this year.
And I'm not saying, like, I wouldn't die on this hill, but Dan Orlovsky's been saying it all week. He's like, everybody's talking about Roquan Smith, as they should. But Alex Anzalone's playing as high a level as football as Roquan Smith is right now. Roquan Smith, no doubt the more talented player. But when you talk about, you can use the same comparison even with Jared Goff. Like, Josh Allen, most talented player. Jared Goff has been playing to all the levels that Josh Allen has, just on what he's done on the field. And you could say the same thing with Alex Anzalone and Roquan Smith.
I was going to ask that. I wasn't going to be more so that. I was just going to say, compare these two linebacking cores. The Lions linebackers have been playing at a great level. And they've been playing. That's why, like, dude, if you break down these two defenses, the Lions actually might have it. And that's crazy to think right now.
I'm still probably going to give it to the Baltimore Ravens linebackers. But the Lions, it's not because the Lions linebackers aren't playing well. They are.
Nope.
They are. Kelvin Shepard actually talked about Anzalone a lot in his press conference today, and focused actually on how good he's been at stopping the run. I know that I don't know if we have a graphic or did we talk? Maybe we talked about it yesterday. But Alex Anzalone not allowing a touchdown in 200.
I think I did put a
200 and some snaps.
It's coverage snaps.
It's a very
Either
good
way,
cover.
Fuck it.
Look at this, though. This is insane, though.
Yeah, so this is what I was referencing. This is what I was thinking of, like, going into the day, and then all of a sudden Kelvin Shepard's like reminding everyone, dude, let's not forget how good he's been in the run game. His ability to shed blockers and make quick decisions. I forget where I saw a clip. Maybe it was on E&E or somewhere earlier in the day. They showed him shedding a block on I think it was a pulling guard, and he ended up tackling Rashad White. It was impressive. It's a veteran move. He just continues to get better and better. He's smart, man. He's that's what's carried him. He's smart, but he's very athletic. Like, his speed is underrated.
It's crazy, especially like just from seeing it from last year to this year. Like, you realized how fast he was. But the fact now that he's finishing plays, you can really see like how he can impact the game at every level. Yeah,
he's just got that energy. I think it was the Atlanta game, maybe the Seattle game too. And the first drive, it was Atlanta. He tackled Desmond Ridder over at the sideline. Yep. It's a pretty big hit. Like, he makes a play earlier in the game and kind of sets that tone. I gotta love it.
He's making two, and it's awesome. He's making this defense that much better. It's not just because of his play, but it's more so that like guys like Derek Barnes, like these guys have to step up and play at a higher level, and he's setting the tone. And guys are following him, and that's one big piece and part of this defense is all these guys they see him how hard he's playing, what he's doing. They want to do that as well.
Yes, and just real quick on that point, Kelvin Shepard was talking about. I'm checking my notes here. He said like since Barnes and Campbell have been playing so well, it's allowed Anzo to simply get more reps out there and get more comfortable at his will at the will linebacker position. So he's getting more comfortable with these decisions, not having to worry about someone taking a spot or whatever the case may be. They're playing so well, he can just focus on his role and his responsibilities. It's making him that much better.